Hi, my beautiful friends. This is Jessica from Good Vibrations, bringing you your weekly Sunday twin flame reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I hope that you will stay and become a permanent addition to the Good Vibrations community. If you would like to join me on my other platforms, such as Patreon, Instagram, and TikTok, please go into the description box where you will find my link tree to connect to all of my platforms and my website. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, guys. First card we have here is Finding You Meant Finding Me. In the pain of separation lies our strength. This pain and anguish will help to complete our journey. Remember, we are never far apart. We are never far from each other, but connected energetically through our heart. Absolutely. You know, it is difficult to be on this journey and feel the separation that you're feeling, because it is a very natural human state to feel like you need a partner, to feel like you should get married, to feel like you should have children, because this is how people have lived on earth for for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's only natural for you to want to desire a connection with your ultimate partner. Okay, so it can be very painful in the physical plane, trying to figure out why you're still in separation, if you are in separation. Okay, and it can be very difficult not to bang your head, not to be hard on yourself, because you're thinking, I've done all the work, I've done everything that these twin flame readers and specialists and, you know, people that coaches, I've done everything they've said, but I'm still not in full physical union. The day that you met your counterpart is the day that you became in full physical union. Unfortunately, the illusion is that you believe that you should be living with them, having kids with them, having a wonderful life with them here in the physical plane. And for some people, that will be their experience. But I can tell you, it is all part of the illusion. I have a very special friend that was with her twin flame here in the physical plane, and they shared a long-term physical marriage. But while they were physically married, they lived a very linear life here on earth. They were not very spiritual. They really were not working on themselves spiritually, internally, individually. They were more of, you know, the typical scenario that you often hear in our society. Somebody was the caretaker, somebody was the provider, somebody took on one of the partners, all their likings. So, and it doesn't mean that they didn't enjoy doing that. You know, if you've only been taught to live life that way, then do you know any different? Probably not. But it was not until he died, her husband died, that they started to mesh their two worlds. Okay, the physical 3D world, and, you know, wherever he's at, whether it's 5D, you know, he's in a different plane, and they had to learn how to communicate. But she received a message from him through the ethers, through dream time, through astro travel, we mirror each other. We mirror each other. And she was like, what is he talking about? So all of a sudden, her husband that she lived with was married to for many, many years, probably a couple of decades. And he's trying to telepathically communicate with her to let her know that she's on the twin flame journey. But look, they're separated. Okay? They experienced a literal, linear, regular, old, traditional, conventional marriage here in the physical plane. But it was not until he transitioned, he physically died, that her healing journey internally and began. And it was at that time that she started tapping in and waking up to her spirituality. So it's not always the case that when we are in a twin flame relationship with a partner that we actually know that we're in it, or even practicing or doing any of the work. Okay. Okay, we have reflection. In reflection is the time when our hearts speak to each other. No matter what the distance or situation, we remember all that we are and that our twin is just a thought away. Remember this when you feel lost. And, being that my, friend had been married to this person for a few decades, a couple decades at least, I don't know exactly how long, she now does spend a lot of time reflecting, okay? Because in reflection, she can hear him. She can sense him. She can talk with him. She can communicate with him. Remember, there's a meshing of two worlds, and that's exactly what we're trying to do right now, is we're trying to mesh, being here in the physical plane, and also mesh what innately we already know from different lifetimes. If you believe in different lifetimes, if you don't, well, we're still trying to anchor in something that we can't really see. And then we have Master Heart, Key 5, Self-Truth. Through surrender, you will find your truth and heart's calling. The beauty of your truth now rises like the phoenix and will set you free. Whatever you uncover on your road to ascension, listen to your heart. It is your compass of knowing. And basically, this is exactly what we're being taught through the twin flame journey, to surrender, to listen to our hearts, to listen to our intuition, and innately we know that this is part of our road to ascension. However, when we're having our human bad days, which we're going to have, we can get in our heads about, well, why would the universe be doing this? Why does the universe feel like I need to go through pain? And the universe is saying to you, I don't feel like you need to go through pain. Okay. It's the way that you're looking at it. They're not purposely trying to punish us. The perception, our own perceptions. Now, do we experience pain, dense energy and heavy energy here in the physical plane? Absolutely. I mean, if we break our ankle or sprain our ankle, we're naturally going to feel pain. Like, we can't get around that. There is no illusion about it, or around that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's energetically going on with the masculine figure, the masculine person in this connection, whomever that may be. Apparently this wants to come out. So they're walking away from something. They could be traveling, moving. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the masculine energy is moving in a different direction. You know, the universe is asking them to abort something. One of the options that, you know, or opportunities that they've had, the universe is saying, hey, you need to abort this. Is not really the direction that you should be going. Your person, this person, the male figure here, is feeling very burdened by all these options. There's some type of wishful thinking, possible illusion, you know, because the Seven of Cups is connected to wishful thinking, okay? And also illusion. And this illusion has caused a huge burden on them. So, and they could be seeing this connection right now as a burden, as an illusion, because let's face it, guys, most of us don't know whether we're coming or going on this journey. Most of us are always questioning ourselves. Is this person my true twin flame? Why are we not together, physically reunited? You know, what am I not doing right? What haven't I worked on? You know, it just gets overwhelming. So maybe your person right now, you know, this week is just feeling very burdened by all these thoughts. And they're just wanting to leave it all behind. But remember, you know, the universe wanting them to redirect themselves, okay? Because they don't want to, the universe does not want to intentionally put burdens on you. Doesn't want you to feel like you're carrying the world on top of your shoulders. The truth is your ego wants you to feel that way. Your ego wants you to feel burdened because your ego doesn't naturally want you to feel good about yourself, okay? It's not your best cheerleader, okay? It wants to create burden. It wants to create fear, anxiety, and all those things inside of you to keep you from achieving your, you know, the most authentic life that you can possibly live here on earth. So it's not your ego's mission to help you, though your ego does believe that it's helping you, okay? I have to grab some water. See how I can lay these out a little bit. Maybe if I do it like, I'll just put these over here so that we can pull out the feminine's energy. Let's see where she's at this go around. Feminine. Feminine is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh, the Queen of Swords. And the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, feminines. You guys are really stepping into your power and I love it. The feminine energies have been working for quite some time to naturally step into their power. For a while there, you were finding that there was more feminines awakening to the twin flame journey. And it doesn't mean, when you're awakening to the twin flame journey, it doesn't mean that you've met your actual twin flame. Many people do believe that. Sometimes it's a practice twin flame, a catalyst that will rev up that kundalini and get you moving, because the universe is kind of like on your mark, get set, go. Okay. I think that naturally, most people believe when you say the term twin flame journey, it naturally means that you've already met your partner, the person that you will be spending the rest of this lifetime with, and that's not always the case, okay? But you could be on your ascension journey, okay? And the twin flame journey is an ascension journey. It's and how do you ascend? You go through stages. These stages, you go through, a period of the dark night of the soul, and you go through healing, and healing's a process, and it's not linear. So it's like peeling back an onion, and it takes years. Is this your only course of, the only thing you need to focus on here in this physical realm is your healing? No, you're here to enjoy your life, to be loved, to be loved, because that's who you are. We're just like basically reminding ourselves that we are unconditional love. So here the feminine, I mean, she is really learning how to set her boundaries. And, in the past, she may have always been worried and full of anxiety, but she's putting up that boundary. That's not the case anymore. She's not, full of anxiety and fear anymore. She's not losing sleep over this connection anymore. She's, setting this guideline and saying, no, enough is enough. And she's really stepping into her solar plex energy and stepping into her own security and independence. And basically that's basically the point as well on the twin flame journey, is again back to the traditional conventional way of doing things here on earth, is to get married. The man takes care of you. So we're looking for our, Prince Charming to come save us and take care of us and, take the lead and back, and that was the way it was in the past, but that's not the way it's going to be now. Okay. There's equality, harmony, balance. We're not putting everything on certain labels on men and certain labels on women. That's why we're stepping into different new energy, like non-binary energy, where people are not calling themselves feminine or masculine. They're not defining themselves that way, because we all embody the masculine and feminine energy. We are naturally both within ourselves. So that's why you hear the younger generations now saying that they're non-binary. Okay. And for the older generations, that's going to be really, really uncomfortable, because that's not how they were raised. That's not how their parents were raised. And because it feels uncomfortable, though, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. Okay. And it's not wrong for you to feel uncomfortable. It would be something very natural for you to feel uncomfortable about, because it's not the era that you grew up in, right? So basically what's happening is the feminine is becoming a good supporter for herself. Again, 2023 is all about advocating for yourself. Okay. No one's coming to save you. Okay. I personally used to be, because I'm quite the romantic. I used to be the type of person that believed that my knight in shining armor was coming to save me. And, I really had a big wishful thinking and quite the daydreaming imagination for this knight in shining armor. And through my facilitation of my Kundalini and awakening to this journey, I have been working on empowering myself, inspiring myself, motivating myself, developing, discipline, incorporating my mind, body, and spirit. I've been healing. So I've been doing a lot. And then I've been sharing what I learn, okay, with others. So basically, whatever I learn, I teach. Whatever I learn, I teach. Teaching and learning, teaching and learning. I wouldn't be here today. I mean, I really don't believe that I would be where I'm at this present moment had I not had my facilitation, okay? Because it is what set me into motion. And even if the person who was the catalyst is not my ultimate full-blown, you know, twin flame, I have nothing but gratitude for the experience, because energetically I have basically landed in the fast lane of growth, okay? And it's been a very fast lane. I've been moving and growing to me, in a very, very fast rate. All right, so we have the masculine energy here coming out. The planets are activating us to heal and bringing us closer together, surrender to the changes. So the masculine is saying this to the feminine energy. And then we have the masculine saying, union, we are one. Don't let fear get in the way of this truth. The fear is that you fear here in the physical linear plane that you will never be in a physical relationship, okay, with your twin flame. Okay, that and you know that that's not true. And then we have 11. I like this. Look at all the ones here. Mirrors. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. Love and nurture yourself. You do that. You do that by setting boundaries. You do that by saying no. No is a full sentence. Taking care of your mental health. Taking care of your finances. Let's see what the feminine wants to say. Ooh, a card fell. Let me grab it. Oh, wow. Look at this. Another one. The feminine says, I'm not happy. Karma, behaviors, people, or situations is playing a role in what's happening with me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. Means that the feminine hasn't completely finished up all her karmic lessons, because she feels like, you know, either some of her own behaviors or other people's behaviors. And it could be that she's feeling her counterparts' behaviors as well. Okay. Oh, I love this, though. Look, we got union under union. You are my true love, my heart and my soul. All right. And then we have 1111. We are coming into union. Wow, I love this energy, guys. Ones, you guys are going to be seeing ones. Please remember that the ones are reminders to stay positive on the journey. It doesn't matter how many ones you're seeing. 1111 is a rite of passage. This is a rite of passage. Before we came here, even if it's a faulty illusion, I mean, I'm sure if we went to a psychologist, guys, we would all get diagnosed with something, okay? But we are finding more and more psychologists and counselors that are on board with energy healing and different spiritual modalities. And there are, you know, some that do believe in the twin flame journey. And I feel as the newer generations get their degrees in counseling and psychology, they're going to be more open to this concept. Okay, they're going to be more open to it because they're already coming in. They're being born with lighter energy, not as heavy energy as my generation, the boomer generation, and the generation before the boomers. Those are pretty heavy. Okay, my generation's kind of in between. Okay. All right, let's see what we have here. we have confusion. All seekers of truth experience confusion. Ask the divine to provide the answers you need. And this is very true. Like I said before, this journey can be extremely confusing, especially with all the different opinions. You know, you have some people that, you know, believe that tell everyone for sure, 100% you will be with your twin flame this lifetime. I mean, they're very adamant about it. I can't always agree because I have such a wide range of different experiences, but I do believe that you always do meet your twin flame in every lifetime, that there is a physical reunion at one point for all of us. I'm not 100% sure. And that's me being honest. I'm not, as a reader and as somebody that's stepping into their authenticity and somebody with integrity, I cannot tell you a lie if I don't completely know for 100% what the truth is. Okay, I'm never going to tell you I know everything, because I don't. And some people feel more comfortable with those people that, you know, are telling lies behind the camera, okay? Because it feels better to hear, okay? It's easier to the ears. It's easier on the heart. Surprise! You may be about to be surprised. You may be receiving a surprise. Let me tell you a kick-ass story about my friend with her husband that's her twin flame on the other side, so that you can have, then we have past lives. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many lifetimes, and that's what I said earlier, that I'm sure that we meet our twin every single lifetime in physical reunion. It doesn't mean that you stay all the time, but this is a cool story. So remember her husband's passed on, deceased, and I'm doing Christmas shopping for my daughter, and I really have been wanting to get my friend something for Christmas, but it had to be within a certain amount of money, because that's all I could, you know, afford at that moment. You know how expensive Christmas gets. Well, I'm shopping for my daughter, and it's something that I wanted to get my friend, and I get offered at the checkout if I'd like to buy a second pair for, you know, a certain amount. And I, of course, click yes and buy it and mail it to my friend. When she gets it, she's so excited, because she's like, do you know something? She's like, no. Or I'm like, no, I don't know something. She's like, I have been wanting this exact brand and item. And she's like, how did you know I wanted it? And I didn't know, but her husband, okay, remember, I'm intuitive, so I'm an open channel for anybody, prompted me to buy it for her, okay? And it was the right price, everything, and exactly what she wanted. And she received a surprise. She received a surprise, you know, that I was able to deliver through physically, but that surprise came through from her husband, her twin flame on the other side. And he used me, okay, as his proxy to send his wife a surprise present. Proxy is an important word because it shows up. We're going to have proxies. Okay, so here comes your potential people zodiacs: Gemini, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Pisces, and Sagittarius. And this could be your zodiac, your person's zodiac. So both or neither. Please only take what resonates. Do not devalue the whole reading if somebody's zodiac or initial does not come out. I'm sure that there is one little nugget for you to take from this reading. We have a lot of people, you know, energy chiming in, and they're also here to receive their little nugget, okay? We do have JFK. That might be important. YLE, Kyle. We have XDRPHO. Somebody may like to eat a lot of faux showing up. Okay. What else do we have? Names: Jeff, Kyle, Jody, Joy, Roy, Hope. Hope could also be literally Hope, but that could be somebody's name. Roxy and Cody. I am seeing Fox here and Foxy, so somebody may have called you Foxy. I am seeing FedEx, so somebody may work for FedEx as well. I am also seeing the color red. The color red is associated to red roses is what I'm hearing, but the color red is connected to passion, inspiration, inspired leadership. The only state that I'm really seeing that's coming out right now is Oregon. But remember, I was saying proxy, and this is where I'm going to end this video, POXY. So your twin, whether they are alive or not, is going to send in other people to proxy for them, okay? Energetically, okay? You may even be doing that with them and not know it because we're living parallel lives, okay, with our twins. But a proxy, now, I have heard the term walk-ins, okay? And some people believe that if your twin decides they do not want to finish out the mission because they may not be able to get through their practicality, being logical, they may be too heavily engraved in their human ego, because our soul isn't our ego, okay? So they may be so disconnected from their spirit, from their soul, and just maybe too immersed in their ego, involved in drugs, rock and roll, just too controlling, and, you know, maybe they're more in the darker, you know, stages. The universe will have a proxy take their place. Sometimes they call them walk-ins, and I believe that some people may call them practice twin flames or false twin flames. Humans need labels so that they can stay confused, okay? Because that is all we keep doing. We keep running around in circles, you know, I mean, there's so many different names for everything that could potentially, everything's connected though. We are all connected. We are all one. We humans are the ones that are always creating the separation by creating labels that create separation, okay? And we do it in every category. We do it in spirituality. We do it in religion, because we have Mormons, we have Jehovah's Witness, we have Christian, we have non-denominational, we have Baptist, we have Catholic, Lutheran, Presbyterian. What else do we have? Methodist. I mean, we have it all, okay? Then we have politics, Democrat, Republican, liberal. Let us all keep fighting about what's better, whose views and opinions are better. It still keeps you confused though, keeps you on that roller coaster ride, okay? So, all right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. I love you so much. Please be nice to my friend. Who's my friend? You are. I love you.